for your daily crypto update with Framework Fortune Crypto. I'm your host, Ben. Now let's dive in. So we are seeing quite an ugly market today. We're going to check and see. Let me turn down some notifications. We're going to check and see what's going on with Bitcoin and see what path we're on my predictions. So I was looking at Ethereum there right before the stream. But here's the daily chart on Bitcoin. And I had drawn out these two highlighted predictions. It looks like we may be heading for this path, because we held up through there. Today's the first day where we're cracking through, but so far we've rebounded back over that 47,000 area. So that's nice to see, but this dip was not nice to see. It's just a continuation of this downtrend, but we're still bullish on Bitcoin. And if this is the path that it follows, then we're going to see Bitcoin, back up to 60,000 towards January. Stock market and everything gets a little funky around this time of year, so I'm not surprised to see Bitcoin still kind of pulling back. We don't want to see it pull back much more, but we could come down to the trend line. I had it kind of drawn to hit the trend line maybe around January 15th, but it could do it earlier. So we'll just have to see. It's going to take some time, but it's not showing that it's going to drop any more than it has today, at least not right now. We go into the 4-hour chart. Just delete that right there. Actually, we can use that. And there's a bottom right across here that we were seeing on the daily chart, where it's been bouncing and it's trying to break it back above right at this moment. So right above, once it can pop back over 48,000, then that'll confirm this support line at 47,000, and then we can see it continue this path. But that's the path it's looking like it's following on the daily chart there. What's up, Elvis? How's it going, buddy? Now, Ethereum is a little bit more worrisome. And actually, let me look at the Bitcoin futures too. So you can see on the Bitcoin futures, and actually my line's a little crooked, so let's straighten it out just a bit. Now, it could be something like this. And it may end up being something like this on the futures, but for now I'm just going to connect it through those 2 points. So Bitcoin, is still bullish on the futures until this trend line is cracked, which is going to be pretty much 40,000 cracking. Bitcoin's still bullish. Nothing really too concerning about this pullback. Ethereum, same thing, bullish. The only thing that's a tiny bit concerning is the 10-day on the daily chart did cross over the 50-day moving average. So that 10-day dropping below there does show a bearish signal. But it did that same thing right here and then immediately shot back up and went on that nice run. So we don't know for sure anything by that little bearish signal. We need to see this support line crack as well, and then the trend line would have to crack. And that would be probably enough bearish signal there. But even with these pullbacks over the last couple of weeks, Ethereum is still looking fine. Now, I'd prefer it holds 4,000, But with a little pullback and the stock market pulled back too, this ain't too bad. And that is a support area. I think I said that yesterday. We know 4,000 support. Some right here at that 3,800 as well. And that's what it's trying to hold up at the moment. See if we have any gainers today. DDX, that one continuing to rebound from those lows. So nice shoot up there. And other than that, really not much else going on. Pullbacks all around. Now, Gods did have a lot stronger pullback than I thought it was going to. I thought we were going to get this nice little rebound, that higher high around 675, and then break up over 7 and 8. And it couldn't do that, so we got to take these trend lines out and we got to redraw some type of area, which we don't. It's really hard to say because it's going sideways. But I did see some comments. Some people were freaking out a little bit. Some even called it a shit coin, which I've looked at a lot of shit coins. This is far from a shit coin. But basically, there's our support line, 350 at the bottom of this channel, because this is at the moment pretty much a channel play. So until it breaks up and over 8 and holds that 8 as support, we're just going to stay in this channel, which is a pretty wide channel, with the bottom being 350 and the top basically being 750. That's a $4 channel, so the bounces can be $4 bounces and $4 drops, which makes perfect sense because there's only 30 or 40 million in the circulating supply. So any amount of buying and selling is moving this dollars. But even with this pullback on Gods, it's still only a 50% retracement. It just came back to 50% of this run right here. So $5 usually is really strong in the stock market. Once you have something break over $5, it tends to hang above $5. Doesn't usually like to go back below that area. It's just a mental support line, natural support line. People see $5, they like it, they want to buy it at $5. And that was a possibility that I was saying that if we did get rejected here, we would come back down probably to that $5 area. So I'm thinking about maybe picking up more here. I don't know yet, because I did get quite a bit, a little bit higher than I should have, and I held them. But I also have quite a bit that I got from playing Gods and some from beforehand. So I'm not concerned about God's token at all. I think we are just still consolidating. We saw some nice life. It hit in Coinbase and crypto.com. People getting excited about it. A lot of hype coming out. They just tweeted out about staking. So the staking is mentioned in the white papers. That's basically what they showed in the tweet, was a link to the white papers. But the fact that they're tweeting that out, they're trying to drum up some hype for the staking, because I think the staking is coming soon. Part of the utility of God's token is going to be the staking and governance, the ability for players to vote on proposals. And the governance and staking are probably going to have to come out at the same time. So I'd say we're getting close to that, and once that hits, that'll be another nice push for Gods. But I mean, it's hard to say if this pullback was because of anything other than Bitcoin just dropping, because that's what the whole market is doing right now. The whole market's pulling back, so it's not anything wrong with Gods. or anything else. It's just more red. And Crow's actually not looking too bad here on this pullback. Came close to that 50 cents. If it holds right here and starts pushing back up towards 60, Crow could continue its run. So I mean, we're really close to a lot of these patterns breaking out. And Sheeb, so I've got the predictions there drawn on Sheeb, and we're still like right in between both of them. So I don't know which way on this yet. Well, it's really hard to say because it did come down to this path, but then buyers are pushing it back up. And if it happens to go green tomorrow or anything, or jumps back over 3.5, it would be right back on path for this one. So we need some more time on Sheep, but it is getting very close to the tip of the triangle. So that move is coming. To either to the downside or the upside. And this has been a month and a half of consolidation on Sheeb. So that's going to get real wild here soon. And Voyager really dumping back down there, under 350. Cracking below this triangle. It has so far held right above these little two lows, this little dip on these two candles. Look at it real close up here on the chart. The body is, what, about 2-3 cents higher than the body of these two bottoms of these candles. Now this indecision here, this little squish green candle, that is a bearish candle, and then followed by this bearish red candle. We may see Voyager pull back a little bit more. But when you have buyers push it back up like that, that makes it really hard to tell. Because again, we're real close to the end of this consolidation. Let's see what else we got. Cover some of the ones that's been on watch. At QNT that just hit Coinbase. That one actually this is not too bad. Did anybody grab this off of that 150 area on the trend line bounce? Because last 3 days we confirmed the trend line here. Got rejected at the 50-day moving average, and then today it just threw a wick down here, but it's already started rebounding back up. So that's one to keep an eye on. I still haven't done any research on it. Real quick, let's just go see what this thing is about. Just learn about it real quick. It doesn't take long to learn something. It's always a good time to learn something. What in the hell is that? What y'all doing right now, man? What's going on? Oh, I got a capture here. I've never had a capture on CoinGecko. The spammers must be really going hard today. Okay, that's not a boat. Don't y'all make fun of me. Okay, we got two boats there. I know I clicked something else. Come on, man. Oh, there was a sailboat. I missed the sailboat. There we go. That's weird. I've never seen that before with CoinGecko. I've looked at this site 100 times. QNT, that's what we want to look at. So QNT, woo boy, QNT is very, very low supply. Only 14 million with a max supply of 14 million. Let's see this. Yeah. No wonder that thing's up $179, and it had this big rip from, what was that, 67 up to 432. It's because there ain't that many coins out there. Oh yeah, I wanted to read what this was. So Quant, London based, They're operating their blockchain system Overledger, which I've heard of Overledger before. Oh, yeah, I heard that because I saw the Coinbase thing. If you haven't done the Coinbase, whatever it is, the learn to earn or whatever, Quant is on there right now. QNT, you can get a couple of dollars free of Quant. So they're trying to make an open, trusted network for people, machines, and data. First, interoperable blockchain operating system that facilitates internet scale development. So there's basically is this thing a blockchain itself? It looks like it's a blockchain itself. Let's go to the site and check it out here. So the Overledger Enterprise is an API gateway. Has this ecosystem tool. Connected to world-class partners, and I see NVIDIA Inception program. So if they're working with NVIDIA, that's very interesting. It's got to have its own chain. If it doesn't have its own chain, I don't understand. They're just doing a gateway that can connect to anything. So they're talking about business there. And just trying to sell people on it. Huh. Well, it's definitely a coin that I would like to do a little bit more research into. That low of a supply, though, you're going to get crazy moves. Like I ripped yesterday from 165 up to 209. This is going to be one that can probably be good for some day trades. Let's look at the 5-minute here. Yeah, so in this 5-minute, let's see, 173. So it's $10 in about 30 minutes. If you have a big enough account size, you could get some nice scalps on this. This would be a good scalper. But if you have a small account and you can only get like 1 or 2 of these, it may not be worth it, because then even if it does run $10 on a scalp, that's still only $20 in profit. So you risk it running the other way. You're not. Well, we'll keep an eye on that one. Now I was going to do some trading if I could find any plays, but I'm waiting on some Litecoin to hit my account, and it still hasn't hit yet. So I'm going to check the indexes, at least the dollar index, and see if it's going up. Yeah, okay, that's... So the dollar is strengthening, which again, if you follow me, makes no sense. But because the dollar keeps pushing up and looks like it's going to try to break this key resistance area, that is pushing everything else down. See, gold down, silver down, but they're still in their consolidation patterns. So the dollar keeps going up in value. That's deflation. So I don't know how we would have deflation when we've got at least what they're claiming is 6.5% inflation, but really it's more. That's not when you see things like that happening with a currency, there's something wrong with that currency. And in the stock market, oof, boy, I haven't looked at the stock market on a weekly chart yet. It's looking a little rough. But today, this was a pretty decent drop. There's a lot of volatility has been there too, which that also looks like there's something wrong with it. And that, I think that's causing all this indecision is causing investors and traders and everything to be real cautious, even in the crypto markets. But I think we're seeing over caution in the crypto markets. Yeah, so there's the path I drew on Atom. Because the Vega upgrade on Atom is about to come out. And with that Vega upgrade, that should be pretty big for the Cosmos ecosystem. Just looking at this weekly chart, it looks really bearish because it had that last week of indecision there, followed by this bearish candle, but it's holding up the 50-day. And it looks like it's, well, it's still really hard to say because it's dipped down into both of these pathways, but now it's pulled back up above them. But yeah, see, this seems like overcaution because you look at Atom, it's on the weekly chart all the way back to August 20th, actually even further back than that, March 20th. It's been on a very nice move, nice uptrend. And then we had a pullback. This is about a 75% pullback, or not 75%, about 25% pullback to the support area. And it held until we started getting shaky in the stock market. What is that, November 1st? Yeah. And that's when, if I go pull up the SPY, I'm willing to bet right around that area we see the indecision in a lot of these cryptos on like the last week of October, November. I bet that's when the SPY started showing a lot of indecision. And that's what's strengthening the dollars. Everybody's pulling their money out and not sticking it anywhere. Everybody, this is hilarious. I could be wrong about this, but I think this is what's going on across all investments, all assets and everything across the market, because everybody is so unsure with this economy right now because of everything that has happened, everything the Feds continue to do with the money printing and all of that. It looks like everybody's pulling their money out of everywhere, waiting for the crash to come, but they're causing the crash for waiting on the crash. That's what it looks like. Because it's the only reason why I could think the dollar is strengthening is people are pulling money from all the markets and just keeping it in cash. And that's a terrible idea during inflation, keeping it in cash, because you're losing your purchasing power. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. There's probably a lot of wow. The moment the dollar starts looking shaky, as soon as they see inflation up to 10%, this is gonna be a very short-term pullback, I think, in the crypto market, because people still have faith in the dollar apparently, And the people I'm specifically talking about is the institutions, all the big money, because they're the only ones who can really move the markets like this. But I mean, Adam at $20. I love it there. If it goes down even lower, even better. I mean, if it comes down to 15. So, and it's just, and that's just the same thing, Bitcoin and everything. Everybody's just being very sheepish right now. They're just holding cash. They're holding cash looking for something to drop. So, with basically crypto still being bullish across the board, when they get tired of holding their cash and they see bad inflation come out, or worse inflation numbers, I should say, why would you keep your money in there? In the cash. I'd much rather be in crypto, gold, and silver than. Boy, DVPN has really took a hit. I need to go research them and find out what's going on. They were looking good when I started my Kepler wallet, but I'm gonna have to move that investment to a different coin in the Cosmos ecosystem. We'll see. We gotta wait this sheepishness out in the market. So Litecoin, a little Litecoin right now. Litecoin on that weekly. We'll go ahead and move this up, that previous line there. Litecoin close to cracking, but still holding this trend line. And I'm just curious. if Litecoin is going to start outperforming Bitcoin anytime soon, if it ever will at this point. I'm going to pull up the Altcoin season index and let's take a look. What's up, Ruben? How's it going, buddy? So, yeah, Altcoin season, we are way down here on the Altcoin season chart. But we just started bouncing, actually. Because it says we're going into Bitcoin season, but Bitcoin is not looking super bullish. Well, I don't know. If Ethereum cracks and Bitcoin holds up, then we could see a lot of the altcoins drop more, and Bitcoin. Yeah, that would make sense. Because if everybody's sheepish right now across all the markets, Bitcoin is the securest of all the cryptos because it's Bitcoin. It's the first one and the longest standing one, so it has the most security. This would be where they would want to go. So maybe we do see. It's gonna depend on this next couple of weeks and how we open up in the new year. Because we are very close to maybe seeing altcoins just across the board losing momentum while everybody gets in the safer investment of Bitcoin. Because that's it. You gotta think about how the rest of most of people think about it, especially from the mainstream media side and a lot of economists. Bitcoin is the store of value, and altcoins are, what's the word I'm looking for? Are the more risky asset. Which to me, if you're in an altcoin that is solid, it's not really that risky. But if you're in a meme coin or something, yeah, that's going to be worse. But the overall, I think, consensus is that Bitcoin is the safest crypto investment when the markets are choppy. So if we do see Ethereum turn back down and head towards 3,000, could see that switch, that change in the market. That's awesome, man. Got to keep learning, Ruben. So this is interesting. This is very interesting. Let's look at the top performers. Gala was the top performer the last 90 days. Sand, Sheeb, LRC, Mana. Crow is actually not as high up as I thought it was. But you can see Bitcoin is right up here in the green of the chart. A lot of the altcoins are underperforming Bitcoin over the last 90 days. Solana's right above Bitcoin. Binance is above it. Polygon Matic is above it. If Polygon's ahead of Bitcoin, you might want to keep an eye on Polygon. Axie Infinity is above it. With Axie being above it, that is comparable to God's token. So if God's continues a similar path to Axie, so Axie's up 50% in the last 90 days. Yeah, I could see that. I could see God's maybe up 50%. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Well, Mana right there. That's another one. Well, actually, Sand is Sandbox. That's a NFT type game platform. So is Decentraland. And then Axie, same thing. Not really similar to those, but in its own little realm. So multiple NFT type of things. Gala, I can't remember what Gala is. If you're just joining me or just joining us, we are just taking a look, trying to kind of fill out the market. Uh-oh. My Google Pod's yelling. Oh, so Gala is a gaming NFT type of thing too. So we're NFTs and games are outperforming everything else, including Bitcoin and Ether. And then we do have a couple of blockchains in there like Avalanche and Sheeb and Crow. But most of those are gaming tokens or some type of gaming, something to do with the gaming and NFT industry. Let's see the altcoin month. What was I on? I was on altcoin season. Over the last month, Gala, Sandbox. Yeah, that's the last month. I want to see the whole year. Let's see what the top altcoin year looks like. So on the yearly chart, ooh, no, actually. Ooh, interesting. On this altcoin yearly chart, we're in a big bull flag. There's your uptrend. There's your top right across there. Is it a bull flag or a head? No, I don't think it's a head and shoulders because we built higher lows through here. But we are very close to an altcoin season explosion, like a bullish altcoin market. That is beautiful. It could drop, but if you look right here, this last little bit of consolidation, it held up above the altcoin 75 year line there, and we're just going sideways right above it at the moment. So if it holds a little bit longer, and that actually is almost inverse head and shoulders, shoulder, head down here, this little tip, and then this would be another shoulder curling up. Yeah, we're looking very close to a possible. So Axie's top gainer on the year. Oops. I'm still on the year chart. Make sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Axie's top gainer, followed by Luna, Matic, Sandbox, Solana, FTM, Doge. I think I said Mana, but I meant Matic, and then Mana. One, Avalanche, Cake, Binance. Hey, there's QNT. So QNT is up 1,300% this year. You see Bitcoin way down here. If you look back, Atom's actually not performing this well this year. Down 32% on the year. Wait, what's the difference that I'm looking at on the chart? Hold on. So there's in Litecoin, actually Litecoin wasn't far behind Bitcoin for the year. Litecoin was at 91%. Bitcoin was at 163%. So Litecoin actually caught up from last year, because Litecoin underperformed last year quite a bit. I'm just keeping an eye on it, because I do a lot of transferring of assets around. And Litecoin I've been using the last couple of times, although this one's taken a while. It could be crow.com though. Check out DERC. Alright, this Litecoin ought to be in here. I just got a notification said that it was in here. It's not. I'd like to sell it. It's one of the bad things about moving a coin that's real volatile. Stellar Lumens is good for moving. I probably should have just done it with Stellar Lumens, but Litecoin's been really fast until this transaction, so that's kind of bumming me out a little bit. Let's see, D-Race. Yeah, D-Race is fine. It's the same thing as everything else, just right there on that trend line. It does, on the weekly chart, it does look a little bearish. It needs to break over $5 soon if it's going to continue to run. Let's look at a shorter time frame and see. This is on the hour chart. There's not a lot of volume on D-Race, so that's probably the biggest thing. You just got a pretty straight down trend line. On this 4 hour, it's pretty bearish. In the short term here. But actually, you look, it's just really hard to tell on everything. We really need like a couple more days. But you look here, it is trying to build a higher low than this low. So if it does build a higher low, then it could, let's get out the highlighter here. Where's my highlighter? I don't want the brush like the highlighter. So we build support there, then we would make a move back up to the trend line and test. If we don't, it's going to come back down like this to the trend line right there. But that's basically the two pathways that it could take. Because I don't see it rebounding tomorrow and like shooting straight back up to the trend line. Not with these two bearish candles back to back. Well, all of these are bearish, but specifically this almost doji star there. Yeah, just a big wedge. Well, it's not even a wedge. It's just a downtrend because there's, I mean, that was some support on that uptrend overall. Oh, this is going to be a very, very important area for D-rays. It's going to need to break up with, what is the day? The 13th? We need to see it break up to 4 again by the beginning of next week. Because if this trend line cracks here with this much downward momentum, then that could send it really shooting down. But if buyers come in really heavy and hold it up, then we can see a nice bounce off the trend line. But that area right there is going to be a very, very important area this next week. What's up, HH? Violence, man. HH is ready to go. You're bearish on all cryptos now because BTT dropped down. It's okay, man. It seems like everybody's attitude. Like, the whole market pulls back and everybody's like, oh, I hate cryptos. They nonsense. And jump out of them. It's like, no, man. That's the best time. It's the best time when they have the pullbacks. Yeah, I mean, BitTorrent's fine. It's actually holding support right across here. It's trying to hold that 3 cent, or not 3 cent, but 003. If it ends up holding that 003, could have a little rebound soon. This is a slow mover. It's such a big supply of BitTorrent, but you can stake it. It's double butted. I don't even know how I did that. That was insane. Nice, J Kratz, nice. You should put in your savings account, your cash savings account, and earn 1.5% interest on it. While inflation's at 6.5% interest, I think, or not. I'm sorry, not 6.5% interest, but negative 6.5% from your checking account, savings account, whatever. Well, guys, we'll give the stream about 10 more minutes here. If there's any more coins you guys want me to take a look at before I go, because for some reason that Litecoin is not hitting right away, and I need to go figure out why. Well, no, Coinbase Pro says I got it. Take a pixie back over here again. Okay, there we go. Ow. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't think you guys could see that, but that was really funny if that was on camera. I don't even know if I want to tell you guys. If you didn't see it, you didn't see it. Too bad. That's really dumb. Get rid of this Litecoin now. Bam. So now I got a little bit of cash. Let's only look around, see if there's anything that's a possible trade. Oh yeah, what's that one thing? That one thing's up. DDX. It's like Ether and Bitcoin futures started to go green a little bit. There it is. Oh boy, this thing has been frisky today. So looking at the 1 hour chart, looks like it's trying to re-break 7, struggling to do it. Some support at 650. I just don't like trading in a down market. I'd rather wait till tomorrow and see if we're uptrending. But this on Bitcoin and Ethereum, but this is this has been a big move. This is almost a $3 move already. This is the only thing running, but there would be some strong support at 6. I don't think I'm going to take a trade on this up at this price, because if it drops, if it can't hold that area, it would drop all the way back to 6. And I'd rather get it there for a bounce, because that was heavy resistance all through this area. Let's see if there's any other possible plays. Oh, come on, man. What are you doing here? No, I'm not touching sushi. Sushi's not even that volatile right now. Let's see the 5 minute. That sushi's moving real slow. Look at this closer. There's the 15 minute. We are creeping. You can see even in this play, just after this big rip coming down some, and it's just going sideways. You're looking at it on the shorter time frame on this 5 minute. There's a bit of a downtrend. I mean, we're in a little wedge right here, this little pattern. So it possibly could try to break back above 7. This time in sales is moving slow though. I just want to check DDX's supply, because this rip so far, the way that time and sales is not moving is a little weird. What is going on with everything? Yeah, you can see it's starting to come down now. There we go. DDX. Oh, there's 2 of them. I'm going to assume it's not Diet Bitcoin. That says 660. Is it Diet Bitcoin? Deriva DAO. Yeah, okay, it's that other one. I was gonna say, I didn't think it was no. Very low supply. It's only 26 million in circulating supply. So this thing can rip. It has the ability to. It's a little inverse head and shoulders pattern. Not a lot of selling until 7:10. It's on the 1 minute though, so if we start breaking 690, I may hop in here just to see if it's going to try to go. Yeah, I'm jumping in here. And let's see if it can get it. Because this is a perfect inverse head and shoulders. I mean, this is perfect. Shoulder, head, shoulder, and there's the pop starting to happen. We just got to break 7. If I could just get a quick pop to 8, I'd be happy with that. That'd be a quick $100. So where did it pop to earlier? It shot up to 780. I'd be alright with that too. That'd be fine. See, we got a lot of buying on this side below 7. I'm not seeing a ton of selling up until 740. Here we're starting to break 7 now. Here we're starting to get that push. Come on up here. So 750 is going to be some resistance. I don't know if 725 will be. We're coming right on up to that 715 area. There is some resistance there, that previous peak. But I'm not seeing any sellers sitting there. Are they coming in right here? A little bit. Getting rejected off of 715 basically. We're testing $7 of support again. There wasn't really a lot of selling at 715, but there wasn't any buyers that was willing to buy it there. None hardly came through on the time and sales. See, we're not even selling off right now, even after having that rejection. Okay, maybe it's starting to push down a little bit. Nope, buyers coming. See, there's not much selling pressure. This should move. We should get to 750 pretty easily. But you never know. Yeah. Yeah, because we're making on the 15 minute, we're making a big U shape up to 750. If it can pop over at 725 area in a second. And it's starting to come down. Yeah, come on down here, 725. Now we're starting to get some buys at 7.15. Boom, right up to 7.25. Like I said, there's not a lot of sellers there if buyers can keep coming in. Nice amount of buy-in sitting at 721. They're actually getting taken out a little bit. 3,000 position size. Looks like well, that was fast. I don't know if he got taken out or what happened there. It looked like buyers were scared at 725 for a second, but now they're saying there's not really much selling there. See if they step up. Yep, they're starting to step up. Let's go. Getting all over the place. Yeah, sellers are getting shredded up to 730. Uh-oh, 750 on the horizon. Come on down here. Come on down here, 750. Come see us. No, this is not a new. Well, I don't know how new this coin. I really don't even know anything about this coin, to be honest with you. Besides, I just looked at the circulating supply is 26 million. This is just a scalp, quick day trade on this thing. We're still, let's see, how close did we get? Let me get back into 1 minute so I can see how close we're actually at 750. Yeah, right now I'm about 40 bucks. I don't like I ended. Well, let me get off the 1 minute. This 1 minute's going to shake me out of this thing. If we don't get up over this, what is that? Where did we hit at? 736. If we don't get over that area on this candle or the next candle, then we're going to probably have another pullback, and this may actually start a big triangle. And I don't want to be holding for all that. So you got 9 minutes on this candle to close. Needs to close green. Were you day trading SHIB, or you're talking about you lost because SHIB dropped? Because everybody who's hodling today is down, except for whoever was hodling DDX apparently. Yeah, see, that 1 minute chart's too shaky, too rattly. Especially for these low supply coins like this. It's a lot better to look at it on the 15 minute. Just taking its time and consolidating here, looking for that. Looking for that 750 break. While we're waiting for this thing to break out, what's everybody doing tonight besides watching crypto charts? Or morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever you are, wherever you are. Yeah, Jay Kratz, it does need a wee bit more volume, but you know how these cryptos do. Sometimes buying volume just shoots in out of nowhere. What's up, Daniel B? We're starting to test that 730 area again. Slowly but surely. I don't know. You may be right, Jay Kratz. It does need some volume to come in here soon. Some buying volume to push it over this area. The fact it's taken this long, we've been at this 725, 730 area for quite a while now. I don't like that. It didn't look like we were going to get held up there. Well, there it starts to go. All right, let's get ready to go here. Let's see if we can break the 750 area. I'm going to go into 1 minute for just the break of 750. If we get it. With 750's close. Come on down here. We're starting to push. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. A little bit more. See right here, I'd be up on about 60 bucks if I wanted to take it. All right, 750 getting. Come on, come on. So close. Let's get an actual test here. Come on, bring it down here. We need to see a little bit more buying than this to push through 750. This thing has got to, there's what is that, 11,000 something coins sitting at 750. Let's see, yeah, getting a little bigger there, having a little pullback. See how we look on the 15. 15, we're 2 minutes away from closing. Is this going to try to break or not? Come on. No, 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 no. Get back here. Get back here. Come on. There we go. So it's the last minute on the 15-minute candle. It needs to start turning green, or as soon as it closes the next candle, it needs to start turning green. Oof. Getting a little bit of a stronger rejection there. So we're open. So got this. See, this is what I'm concerned about. I don't want this top right here to be the start of a downtrend and be this long triangle. Because then it come all the way back down to 650, and I'd rather take the profit. Tricky little bugger. I thought we were going to give a little bit more of a test to 750. We didn't even, I don't think we touched it. No, we didn't even touch it. I was expecting at least to touch it. So the 720 area is trying to hold. There we go. Starting to get some buying, trying to hold it back up again. Let's see if it can push over that 736 again. Yeah, come on up. Give me another test. Can we get that break? Starting to push to that 736. Yeah, I think we're gonna. I don't know. It looks like we're gonna try to pop back up to 750 again one more time, or at least get close. But it needs to break 750 here. If it doesn't, then it's gonna come back down to 650 before it does it. Before it can try to break. There's a little push over that 736. The bids are not moving up though. We need to see these buyers push up on the level 2. Let me go back on some higher time frames. Looking at this hour chart, we're looking pretty good. Basically, if this hour candle, which has 10 minutes left, can push over 750, that would be very bullish. We might actually get like a nice rip possibly. But it's all going to depend on right now, right here. Like I said, if we don't break 750 this time, I'm locking it out. Because we are starting to approach 740, about to probably push over 740. Yeah, there's a little push to 745. See, we're still not getting the bids over 740 though. That's what's concerning me here. That's twice. Buyers are not wanting to step up and hold that 740 area. That bid stayed at 739 for a while. Let me look on this chart because I'm looking at I can't really read the volume that well on a gray volume chart. Oh, there it is, DADX at the top. Yeah, that's a beautiful U shape. Oh yeah, and the hour chart, the hour candle with 8 minutes left is popping over the bodies there. Let me hop back over in here real quick because we may get this break. A lot of confirmation of a possible breakout here, but until we get full confirmation, I'm just not sure. Because this thing is so low supply, that's why I'm being so nitpicky on it, like keeping a close eye. Whew, boy, on this hour chart, I'm telling you, this hour chart looks real good. That 10-day has pulled away from the 50, just starting to point up. And even though we need to break 750, it would need to break 8 to really get a nice move. I don't know if it's going to do all that or not. It probably, as hard as it's having the time at 750 right now, $8 is probably going to be, it's going to take some time, I'm imagining. Alright, let's go. $750 is almost in the box. $750 is in the box. Bam, $750 just got taken out quick, finally. That $780 area, though, I forgot about that. We got to keep in mind right here, these 3 wicks. Let's see if it pops up there real quick. I'd love to see it blow right through that area. But more than likely, we're going to get slowed down through there. Nice size buyer sitting at 760s. He's got about 7,000 shares he's trying to catch. What are we doing here? What is taking this so long? We just had a nice break through 750, and this thing is just stumbling at 760 now. So it's probably going to, man. Oh! I don't know where I got out there. Alright, I got out 730. That drop was quick. The drop scared me right into clicking the sell button. And look at that, buyers already pushed it right back up to 750. Crazy. Yeah, that drop got me because I had my finger right on the trigger. Look at that. How dumb is that? What kind of dumb candle? Yeah, but I made about 65 bucks on that. Looks like it wants to, I don't know. I don't know, that candle right there, it's not a happy candle. Alright. Well, I got a little profit there. It may try to keep going, but like I said, it's going to run in that 780, 770 area, something like that. I don't want to buy it up here after getting out. I mean, it could continue to run, but I need some type of pullback. And after that little crazy wick that made me nearly wet myself because it was so rapid. I just don't want to get back in this now. I'm just going to take my profit and run on this thing. So, not too bad with the whole, I mean, let's see, actually, is that stuff starting to turn green? Oh, Gods is already back up, turning green, up to 550. Not a surprise there. But, alright guys, I'm going to call it a day. No, I don't wear adult diapers. I just wear Daniel B's books. But yeah, I'm going to call it a day. We'll be back tomorrow on the Framework Fortune Home channel for some live stock trading in the morning. And then we'll be back here at 4:30 Central for another crypto update. And be on the lookout for some more God's content along with a bunch of other content. We're about to start pumping content out like crazy for the holiday season. And if you haven't yet, go sign up. FrameworkFortune.com. It is free. Sign-ups with email. Gotta have an email. Trying to keep the spammers out of there. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.